Here at Redeemer, we believe that the Bible teaches that something beautiful and profound happens when we gather to worship together. And in this gathering, the Holy Spirit promises to be present in a unique and transformative way. That means that there is something deeply spiritual happening when God's family gathers together, something that cannot fully be replicated or conveyed through technology. And as we gather to worship, Jesus himself has promised to be near to us, genuinely and profoundly. He actively draws near to us in worship as the Holy Spirit deepens our understanding of who God is, what he has done, and what that means for us. We are cautioned in the scriptures not to neglect the gift of meeting together. God uses each of us as a means of blessing in the lives of one another. And with these truths in mind, after months of conversation and prayer, the leadership of Redeemer has decided that the final open live stream of our services will be on November 27th. As you may recall, in March 2020, when the first pandemic shutdowns began, we chose to respect local ordinances and forego holding services inside our building. So that very first Sunday of not being able to gather, we felt we had no choice but to stream our services. And we've continued to do so for over 2.5 years. And throughout the pandemic, we recognized the profound effects that not physically gathering for our services caused on our church family, something we took so seriously that we gathered outdoors at a parking deck for over a year. And now, nearly 3 years since the pandemic began, most of our church family can gather safely once again. And this means that the most prominent need for the live stream is now over. That said, we know that many of you still use the stream for a variety of reasons, including ongoing health considerations, recently relocating, or other seasons of life that have made in-person attendance especially challenging. And for our brothers and sisters who still cannot gather for worship with our church family in a way that is safe and wise, we want you to know that we see you, that we continue to pray for you, and that we want to remain connected to you as much as possible. Therefore, we will continue to provide access to a private video feed for those in need. Please let us know if you need access to this private feed by visiting rccbirmingham.org/livestream. But for those of you who can meet, we urge you to rejoin your brothers and sisters in person at our Sunday services as soon and as often as you can. Lastly, we know that some of you have moved and are still searching for a new church home. And if that's you, please let us know if we can be a resource in this season. Regardless if you're looking for a new church home in Birmingham or elsewhere, you can always reach us by emailing pastors@rccbirmingham.org. We know that for many of you, stepping back inside the walls of Redeemer after all this time must seem daunting and more than a little anxiety-inducing. But we want you here. We need you here. No matter how long it's been, you will be met by brothers and sisters who long to see you and to encourage you as you follow Jesus. Because there is something beautiful and precious, something inexpressible that happens when we worship our God together. Thank you for listening.